Our school day rolls on towards the end. For many kids, when the last class is over, it's off to sports practice and other extracurricular activities. Well, our final member of the school day team is Mike Straub, and he is live this evening at Camp Hill High School. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Ann, yes, the school day continues, getting ready for a varsity girls basketball game. Behind me here at Camp Hill, they're taking on the Milton Hershey School tonight. Now, the school staff who's working this game, doing things like selling tickets, the athletic director, many of them have been here since 7 o'clock in the morning, and this game won't end until 9 o'clock tonight. So it's a very long day for the staff, but for teachers who also coach, it's just another day at the office.
We've talked about these tests before, and we actually have done these before.
It takes a certain type of person to be a teacher and a coach, mainly a busy person.
It's a lot of time, but I enjoy it. I enjoy being around the kids and in the educational setting and also in the sports setting. Yes.
Mark Collier spends his days teaching psychology and economics at Cedar Cliff High School, typically until 2:45 every day.
Again, we're looking at 1 to 18 months.
And his time in front of the class is not all that different than his other job, head girls basketball coach.
If the pass comes over here to Kiana, Kara getting the help side.
Same in a way, you're trying to teach the kids either psychology or economics, or you're trying to teach them basketball.
Get out there and challenge. Ready, go.
Basketball takes just as much time. After a road game, Mark might not get home until after 10 p.m.
Come on, defense, step in on that dribble
And when he turns his tie in for a whistle, his team will tell you class is definitely still in session.
The competitive juices get going a little bit, and I'm much more intense probably at practices, and there's no question about it, actually. I'm a lot more intense at practices and games than I would be in the classroom setting.
There's not a lot of time off for coaches. Weekends are spent practicing or watching tape, and a lot of summer days are spent here in the gym. And in the end, most varsity head coaches only see an additional $5,000 or less per year.
It's the kids. I mean, you enjoy teaching the kids psychology, economics, basketball. That's what it is. I mean, you know, I feel great after I teach what I feel is a good lesson. The kids really understood the concept that I'm trying to get across that day, and I feel great after a good practice and a good game, and be like, wow, the kids are really getting it, whether it be educationally or sports-wise.
Sprint, sprint, sprint.
Behind the scenes for Mark are a supportive wife and 2-year-old son who are very understanding of his busy schedule, and he says the long hours pay off in ways you could never measure in money.
That's as rewarding as anything, to know that maybe you had a little bit of something to do with the way they respond to adversity.
Best of luck to Coach Collier and his Lady Colts this season. Now, one of the hot-button issues facing sports teams this year and across the Susquehanna Valley is the idea of pay for play. You know, it's kind of a catchphrase that's taking off all over the place. The idea of charging students to play on these sports teams. It's already happening in a handful of schools, and it's a trend that's starting to take hold in just many other places. It could be in a lot of places before we know it. It takes thousands of dollars to run each and every high school sports team, but with statewide education budget cuts that we've been talking about throughout the program, schools are scrambling to save all kinds of after-school programs, not just sports, but clubs as well. Some schools are charging activity fees to make up for budget gaps. At Cedar Cliff, kids are asked to pay $30 for the entire year. The school thinks it's an affordable solution to a potentially much larger problem.
If you're looking at how can you offset the costs and you look at all the different options out there, I think we as a district saw activity fees as something that, you know, a $30 fee for a whole year isn't a bad option to losing an entire program at the middle school level or someplace else. As a parent myself, I can tell you that $30 for my child to play anything they want to, you know, for a year, that's a bargain. And so I think that helped, because I think our parents are used to paying that all the way up to high school. And
Roseberry making the point sports programs outside of schools for kids are much, much more expensive. Now, that's just one example. They're only charging students for the entire year at Cedar Cliff. Other schools are charging per sport as much as $80 per sport. So, Ann, it's kind of an alarming trend, but a lot of people think this is really just the beginning. There's no end in sight to the pay for play or activity fees in the near future. Ann, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mike Straub. Well, we have reached the end of our school day. Special thanks to our Learning Matters partner, UGI, for helping to make this Learning Matters special possible. And we leave you now at the scene at many homes, including mine, at the end of the school day. Parents and kids doing homework together. This is the Hutchinson family just outside of Lancaster. Thanks so much for joining us.